So we're gonna get started on the 64 Corvair project, and as I stated before, it's gonna be at a snail's pace. I'm in no rush to get this on the street. This is something I want to be able to get, put in the garage and tinker with just as I go. The two main things I want to get to on this is the windows. I gotta seal the windows before I can get it on the street. And the window sills, there's a couple spots that have some cancerous holes that I gotta fix before I could seal these windows. My plan is to completely seal the windows, get it all prepped, painted just around the sills, and then seal them. That way I could get it on the street. And then I'll come back and I'll just tape over the windows and paint over the rest of it. Windows is one. Here is actually number one issue is the floor pan. So these Corvairs are notorious for having rusted out floor pans. This is actually one of the better ones that I've seen. That's why I purchased it. It's not super bad, just this one spot, but that's what we're gonna get into. As you can see in here, most of the interior is still in here. It's a little crunchy. I want to get this interior out so I can see what's going on with this floor. Get the floor all squared away and patched, and then move on to the next part.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night.
If I can help it, I'm gonna try to save this carpet. I think it's original. I'm not entirely sure, but the fact that it has all this insulation that is original looking and glued down, or they just did a really nice job when they put the insulation in and gluing it all down. So we got all the seats out, the carpet out, which I am 90% sure is the original carpet. The rust came off with it. It seemed to be all still like factory glued. It's a little bit more than I was hoping for. You know, from underneath the car, everything looked pretty solid. Little did I know. So we knew about this, obviously, that was noticeable under the car. I never seen this one. That's really the only spot that I've found thus far on this side. But over here, we got those spots. Over here, driver's side, we got all these spots. A little more than, again, I was anticipating. I'm probably going to vacuum up all of the dirt and rust, finish taking out all of the deadening that's in here, just clean it all up. I may or may not, mattering on once I actually get this all clean and see how the pan is up here. I may patch, you know, one of these little spots, but I'm gonna decide whether or not to replace the full pans over there once I get it cleaned up, and whether or not I'm either gonna order the pans off Clark's or use the roof from my donor car that I have over there, because the donor 64 is completely rusted out. The whole entire bottom of the car is gone. It was sitting in a flooded field or something. So I may take the roof off and hot rod some pans out of that instead of, like I said, ordering from Clark's. I don't know yet, but we're gonna get to cleaning all this up and go from there. Okay, so I spent the majority of the day chilling with the family out here. My son my son went for a nap while I wire wheeled all of this, but son was out here for a lot of the tear out. Wife was out here cleaning her car, so it was a nice family day, all centered around the garage. It was amazing. Anyways, I got it all wire wheeled. I got all the insulation goo that was glued down all up, and it is worse than I thought it was when I thought it was worse than I thought it was, if that makes sense. Of course, we got the spot I knew about, and of course it spread forward, spread backwards, not a whole lot over there, a little Swissy here, This spot, probably the best spot on the whole car. It's really just this here. This isn't going all the way through yet. Driver's side. As you can see the stars in the night, that is complete Swiss cheese over there. I was trying to get away with not ordering pans from Clark's, so I was just gonna use the roof off my donor car and make some patches, but this is worse than I thought. So probably gonna order up a couple pans. I don't know if I'm gonna, I might as well just order the set of all 4, being that the driver's Swiss, the rear passenger's Swiss, rear driver is on the way to Swiss. I might as well just do it. I don't think, I may or may not need the whole pan for the front passenger, but I could use part of it and then use the rest of it, maybe patching behind the seat there, or under the rear seat. So that's it. This is gonna get all tucked away again. I'm gonna go on a work trip. I'll be back in a couple months, but for you guys, I'll see you in like 2 seconds.